Surely you have heard the same speculation that we in the press have heard, that there are greater designs on your time and energy out in the world. You know, there's been talk about you for comptroller, which you said this week. Not only don't you want, you've endorsed the current.
Yes. If it were open.
You might then run.
No, if it were open and they said, please, I would turn it down.
You would still turn it down?
I would still turn it down.
Well, I have to stop and ask why that is, because that for a lot of people seems like a pretty good job to have your hands on so many different levers of government.
I'm a public policy person, number one.
Yeah.
I really like being involved in the future of Texas, as opposed to that job of controller, which is involved in the future also, but that's really a hands-on management job. And I'm a business guy, I manage my business. That's just not my cup of tea. Some people run for controller to set themselves up for other offices one day. I'm not looking at doing anything to set myself up for the future. I'm trying to solve the problems of Texas where I am.
But are you satisfied in the state Senate, and do you not have designs potentially one day on a job larger than this one?
I love the Texas Senate. It's a group of 31 men and women where one person can really make a difference.
Right.
To pass something, you have to get a coalition of the willing to support you. But one person can stop something.
Right.
And this past session, we formed a lot of coalitions. We probably passed out of our office more legislation than any other non-chairman. We moved a lot of important pieces of bill with bipartisan support, like our charter school bill, the first bill on immigration. I mean, that charter school bill passed 31-0. My immigration bill that would clamp down on companies hiring illegals and paying them under the table in cash, 30-1. So, you know, I think I found a good rhythm of how to get Republicans and Democrats together on tough issues.
And you like that. You like the body, you like the rhythm of that place and the mood of it. Yeah. So if Governor Perry called you and said, you know what, in fact, Senator Hutchison is going to resign, and I've got to appoint somebody to that seat. You've been talked about as a potential appointee to the United States Senate. How about that?
You know, I'll be very honest, Evan, I think the media has made more of my future, including before I even came and said in my first session of me with designs on the governorship this year or lieutenant governor. I've really not put a plan in place to do any of that.
Right. Well, you can stop that right now by saying that you have no intention of running for those offices, if that's the case.
As I sit here today, and I'm not trying to sound like the politician that says, well, as I sit here today, I have no plans at all to do that. Right. If those doors open, then I would consider those things. But a lot of doors have to open.